Hey, we're back. I'm your host, BKP. Good morning from the office, North Georgia's only live online morning show. Please excuse me. Every time I do that, somebody sends me a message, a quick gurgling during the show. Let me just, a couple things about FYN TV, FetcherNews.com. Put our little thing up there. If you want to contact me, I gotta say, Sam, thank you very much. I say put our little thing up there. She like, okay, what's that supposed to mean? Good morning from the office. If you want to contact me at any time, it's 706-889-9700, 706-889-9700. That is my contact number. You could text me during the show. Let me know what you think, if you have a comment, whatever it may be. Or also you can email me at chief@fetchernews.com. And you can follow us on Twitter at FetcherNews, at FYNTV. So we're always available here. I would say we take the good, we take the bad, but I don't want anybody to start singing the facts of life. That was silly, right? Okay. Republicans face Georgia test, Ossoff the Trump slayer. Most expensive House race in history. That is the top of the drudge today. Top of the drudge. Armed Russian jet comes within 5 feet of U.S. recon jet. Danger out there, Will Robinson. Danger. So, we talked about that race earlier. Let me see what else I have here. Oh, I have a new favorite band. I do, Sam. You didn't know I had a new favorite band? Now, I have a question for you. I actually would like participation on this one because this is a question. Now, put up the band The Slants. These are my new favorite band. The Slants. Okay? You see, there's the band. Now, do you think, now look at them, do you think it's racially wrong for them to name their band The Slants? What do you think?
Maybe.
Maybe? Okay, well, that's all right. There's no, okay. Got a maybe on that. All right. The Slants. This is a musical group that saved the Washington Redskins. Put up the Washington Redskins. These are the Slants. That's my new favorite band. They saved the Washington Redskins, baby. Billy Kilmer. They saved the Washington Redskins. Now, last week I did a story. Let's leave the old Redskins up there just to bother Chris Collinsworth. Last week I did a story, and I think, Sam, you remember I did the Supreme Court, all of what was in front of the Supreme Court, remember? And I told you out there why everybody was talking about Russian collusion and one thing after the other, that, the thing that people were not paying attention to is we have been duped, and we need to be careful, we've been duped by George W. Bush and the rest of them into thinking at times we were getting a Supreme Court justice that, would follow the Constitution as written, not a living, breathing document that they feel they want to change and legislate from the bench. Well, President Donald Trump nominated Neil Gorsuch, okay, to take the place of the late Antonin Scalia. Right here is Antonin Scalia. Right here, I have his book. And to take the place of Antonin Scalia. And Neil Gorsuch he received the highest marks from conservatives from coast to coast. Yeah, there's a couple on California and a couple in New York, so we say coast to coast. And, but with the cases in front of the Supreme Court, what would he do? So yesterday, let me get through this. We have been for years hearing that, the Washington Redskins trademark, and even some of the NFL jackasses, let me just let Phil Simms, Bob Costa, and Chris Collinsworth, these guys, let me let you guys know, this year you could say the Washington Redskins. Because my new favorite band, the Slants, which that was the story, okay? Supreme Court sides with the Slants. Rules ban on offensive names is unconstitutional. Bans on offensive names are unconstitutional. That's what it says. Supreme Court. It's our first big move. Now, we got a lot of them. We got religious liberty coming up. We've got a lot of things at the Supreme Court that you need to pay attention. I did a whole, Sam, I know it's on YouTube. There, our YouTube channel, Fetcher News, FYN TV. We did an entire show, a segment on the Supreme Court that you should go back and watch. This was in there that day. The Supreme Court ruled Monday that a federal trademark law banning offensive names is unconstitutional. Remember that federal trademark law? It's unconstitutional. You can't do that. Offensive names. Siding with a rock band whose name had been deemed racially disparaging by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. Folks, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office, these are agencies. These are different, things are changing in the right direction. There's not one thing I can particularly think of that is not going in the right direction as Donald Trump, President of the United States. I'm serious. This is another one of those overreaching agencies that the government decides what we could say, what we could do, what we could hear, who we could be. Oh my God, maybe I should throw a damn rainbow up. Who we could love, right? I'm serious. But remember, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office decided the Washington Redskins was an offensive, racially disparaging, offensive emblem. And, you know, they decided on their own, okay? All right? And you got Phil Simms and you got Chris Collinsworth and you got the whole list of them would not say Washington Redskins. They were going to have to remove their logo from everything. But guess what? The Supreme Court ruled Monday that a federal trademark law banning offensive names is unconstitutional, siding with the rock band, the Slants. I don't know why they call themselves the Slants. Put them back up. Let's see if we can zone in. I'm trying to think. Now, I'm not really picking. I don't know why they call themselves the Slants. I don't know why they're going with that. Siding with the rock band whose name had deemed racially disparaging by the U.S. Patent. And see, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office told them their trademark, the Slants, they couldn't use it. In an 8-0 ruling, the court determined the law's so-called disparaging clause violates the free speech clause of the First Amendment. The case centered on the Oregon-based Asian American band, the Slants, which was denied a trademark because its name was considered offensive. The band countered that the 70-year-old law that at issues violates free speech rights. And Justice Samuel Alito, in the court's opinion, agreed. The commercial market is well stocked with merchandise that disparaging prominent figures and groups. And the line between commercial and non-commercial speech is not always clear, as this case illustrates. Okay, that's Justice Alito. The Slants sent out a text after an excruciating legal battle that has spanned nearly 8 years. We're beyond humble and thrilled to have their trademark, the Slants. So, congratulations, the Slants, and the Washington Redskins. Billy Kilmer, remember Billy Kilmer? Joe Theismann, remember that? What was that other boy's name that won the Super Bowl for him? I forget his name there. Anyhow, going back. Did you know that, actually, do you know that what's his name? Green Bay Packers coach. Oh, Lord, I'm in trouble over that. Went on to coach the Washington Redskins. Well, I drew a blank there. I mean, man, you'll have to check on me. Hey, it's 9:20. I'm going to take another brief break. The Supreme Court, we're going to keep an eye on the Supreme Court. I'm going to set up another story, one more, before we close, and then we'll go back and see if there's any updates on the 6th District. We will have plenty of information concerning the 6th District this afternoon and tonight on FetcherNews.com. I want to talk a little more about that. And there's another, Mueller must go. I just want to talk about Mueller, and Sean Spicer gets a new job. Take us to break, Sam, and we'll come back and take this show down the winding road at the end for the day.